The Sandbox price fell to a new all-time low of 29 cents on September 13 as metaverse-related adverse headwinds intensified, according to chain data. As Binance prepares to discontinue Sandbox and FT staking, trends disclose how Sand's price may move. The Sandbox price experienced another decline on September 8 following the announcement by cryptocurrency exchange Binance that it would discontinue support for the Sandbox and FT staking program, which bearish whale investors viewed negatively. To bring the price of Sand closer to zero, Sandbox billionaires have sold $1 million worth of tokens in 5 days. The Binance delisting announcement last Friday appears to have sparked bearish sentiment among Sandbox whale investors. On-chain data reveals that once the news broke, the whales appeared to have halted their week-long buying trend and started selling as of September 7. Cinnamon statistics showed that crypto whales with balances between 1 million and 10 million Sand had a total of 817 million Sand. But the picture below shows that as of September 13, that number is now only 2,770 for million Sand. This means that the Sandbox whale buyers have already sold 7.3 million Sand tokens since the Binance news broke on September 8 at the price of 29 cents. Right now, the 7.2 million Sand tokens that the Sandbox whales recently sold are worth about $2.2 million. In the past, the whales trade has often had a big effect on the Sand markets because they own so much. So if they keep selling like they have been, the price of Sand could go down more in the coming weeks. Even though prices are low, there is no sign of new demand for Sand. The price of Sandbox is at an all-time low of 29 cents, but even though prices have been cut by a lot, Sand hasn't seen a big rise in new customers. In fact, Sandbox hasn't added up to 200 new wallet addresses this month, as shown by the daily network growth chart below. At the end of September 13, only 146 new wallet addresses were made on the Sandbox network. This is a 37% drop from August 29, when the price quickly hit 35 cents, and 231 new wallet addresses were made. When network growth slows down, it usually means that the base token is having trouble attracting new buyers. Specifically, the Sand and FT pledging scheme enables many Sand holders to use their holdings and earn passive income from Binance and Foot. Marketplace is closing that window on September 26, which could make the Sand network less appealing to new buyers. In short, the whales are still putting pressure on the market to sell, and network growth is slowing, so the price of Sandbox could move closer to zero in the coming weeks. When network growth slows, it usually indicates that the base token is having difficulty attracting new buyers. Marketplace is closing that window on September 26, which could make the Sand network less appealing to new buyers. In short, the whales are still putting pressure on the market to sell, and network growth is slowing, so the price of Sandbox could move closer to zero in the coming weeks. However, Sandbox fans may be able to return if the price of Sand rises above 50 cents. Today marks 11 years since Jack Dorsey, CEO of Block, made what at the time appeared to be his first public comments about Bitcoin. In 2012, when he visited the University of Michigan, he praised Bitcoin when its value was only $11, but his endorsement received little attention outside of the Bitcoin discussion group. Pete Rizzo, a Bitcoin historian, discovered the recording of the visit today on X. Still, Dorsey's comments are significant due to his public role in Bitcoin's history, which led to his current position as CEO of Block, a company that works to improve Bitcoin's use and technology. Bitcoin was still a relatively unknown digital currency, and on its few markets, it traded for an average of $11 per unit. However, in his talk, Dorsey referred to Bitcoin as amazing and said he believed it could have a significant impact on the business and technology industries. Dorsey also stated that Square will take any money that comes in if Bitcoin becomes popular and well-known worldwide. Bitcoin is no longer a small part of the financial world, it is now a worldwide movement that is used and known by many people. This speech was not the end of Dorsey's journey with Bitcoin. In reality, it was just the start. In 2018, Square, a company he helped start that provides financial services, added Bitcoin trading to its Cash App so that user could buy, sell, and keep. He has invested in Bitcoin infrastructure and worked on projects to make Bitcoin simpler to use and more accessible as Bitcoin continues to change and shape the future of finance and technology. Jack Dorsey's early support and continued commitment to the cryptocurrency demonstrate how revolutionary Bitcoin is and how it could alter the way conventional financial systems operate. Cryptocurrencies traded in a holding pattern on Wednesday after the latest Consumer Price Index (CPI) reports showed that inflation picked up in August, with headline prices increasing by 0.6% from July to August and by 3.7% from August 2017 to August 2018. This was primarily due to rising energy prices. Investors were anticipating next week's Fed meeting, where the central bank will determine if additional interest rate hikes are required. Next week, according to the CME FedWatch tool, the Fed will cease raising interest rates 97% of the time, which is an increase from 90% a day ago. At the end of the day, the S&P and Nasdaq were up by 0.12 and 0.2%, respectively, while the Dow was down by 0.2%. TradingView data indicates that after the CPI report, Bitcoin's BTC price went up, initially reaching a high of $26,416 in the afternoon before falling back to support above $26,100, which has been a consistent level of resistance since the middle of August. Bitcoin futures prices were up again in early U.S. trading on Wednesday, according to Jim Wyckoff, a senior technical analyst at Kitco. Prices hit a 6-month low on Monday, but have been rising since. Wyckoff said the bulls have stabilized prices, but they have a lot of work to do in the near future to show that price nurses can start to go up. The bears still have the overall technical edge in the short term because the price downtrend line is still in place. Wednesday's trade letter from MN Trading, which was based on the CPI, stated that when interest rates are raised rapidly, the market performance of riskier assets tends to deteriorate. Never Fopen A. 5000. Bitcoin is no longer a small part of the financial world, it is now a worldwide movement that is used and known by many people. This speech was not the end of Dorsey's journey with Bitcoin. In reality, it was just the start. In 2018, Square, a company he helped start that provides financial services, added Bitcoin trading to its Cash App so that users could buy, sell, and keep Bitcoin. Block has become a big player in the crypto space thanks to his leadership. He has invested in Bitcoin infrastructure and worked on projects to make Bitcoin easier to use and more accessible. As Bitcoin continues to change and shape the future of finance and technology, Jack Dorsey's early support and continued commitment to the cryptocurrency show how revolutionary Bitcoin is and how it could change the way standard financial systems work. Cryptocurrencies traded in a holding pattern on Wednesday after the latest Consumer Price Index (CPI) report showed that inflation picked up in August, with headline prices going up 0.6% from July to August.